This program is brought to you by Hungry Jack's and Bunnings Warehouse.
Well, it doesn't get much bigger than this for my Queensland friends. The Q Clash, the Brisbane Bullets coming up against the Cairns Taipans. Now, the Snakes on top of the world at the moment, playing some fantastic basketball under my man Adam Ford. The Brisbane Bullets starting to find their rhythm, but still, for me, the odds are flipped the wrong way around here. Cairns should well and truly be favourites here, and I reckon we look into a same-game multi to try to find just a little bit extra value at that price. Now, my man Keanu Pinder, let's start talking about him as the potential MVP of this league. I reckon he's going to go off against Aaron Baines. It's a big call, but I think we'll see it. Enjoy and gamble responsibly.
You know the score. Stay in control, gamble responsibly.
Cairns Taipans finished second to bottom last season, but a blistering start to the season has them flying high in third spot and becoming a contender for the title. Tonight, they square off against their Queensland rivals Brisbane, who started with 5 straight losses, but have now won 3 consecutive games. There's plenty on the line, including bragging rights, as we welcome you to the continuation of round 7 of the Hungry Jacks NBL. Coming to you from Brisbane, it is the Sunshine Stoush from Nissan Arena. And Brisbane, just a 2 home games so far. Their fans have been starved of action. They're 1-1, and the Taipans 4-1 on the road. They can get it done away from home as well. Hi everyone, I'm John Casey. Great to have your company here on a Saturday night. I'm with the 2010 NBL MVP Corey Williams, championship winner Pete Hawley alongside as well. And both these teams come in here expecting to walk away with the dub.
Yeah, Case, it's going to be exciting. Cannot wait for this. I tell you what, if any team probably didn't want to have the FIBA break and have all the time off, it would have been the Brisbane Bullets. They won 3 on the trot, the great escape down in Tasmania, then have to wait all this time, but they're back in front of their home fans, and let's see what they turn things on in this second half of the season.
And Corey, we know they've released Devondrick Walker, who was giving them 9 points in the 5 games that he's played. We understand they've got a signature. How are your jungle drums beating? Can you give us a name? Or at least what type of player do you think that they need to bring in?
I do not have a name, but what I do have is the type of player I feel they need. A guy that plays about a 3-4 position. A guy that's experienced, tough, can defend, and can also shoot from the perimeter.
All right, well, that sounds good. It sounds a little bit like this man now, a former league MVP as well, Derek Rucker. He's closer to the action up there in Brisbane. Ruck, great to have you on the coverage as well. What are you hearing in terms of a replacement coming in for Brisbane?
Hello, Case. It's great to be with you guys today. It is a packed house in here. I've never seen so many people in here. Now, look, I spoke to GM Sam McKinnon, and he said they were very close to having a signing, but it fell through at the last minute. Now, I didn't ask who that signing was because it's really irrelevant, but they hope to have somebody inked in the next couple of weeks. But look, I think they feel very confident with the team they have right now. They have talent, and they feel like they were on a run prior to the FIBA window. It's just going to be a matter of whether they can continue that momentum tonight against Cairns, and this is a big, big game.
Well, Brisbane could do with someone like DJ Hogue. What a season he's putting together. Top 5 in scoring, top 5 in steals, block shots, gets it done from deep as well. In fact, the Taipans are getting it done by a variety of different players, just producing, all bringing something different to the table.
Well, look, Case, they're one of the most enjoyable teams to watch in the league. There's no doubt about it. You have a look at the leading stat leaders for the NBL23. DJ Hogue is so fun when he gets into his groove. It took him a couple games to find his stroke, but he's done that now, 18 points a game. Pinder, he's a top 3 MVP right now for me. He's been unbelievable. Shannon Scott, he just controls the team perfectly. And to Jim McCall, we haven't seen him for a long time, but Cairns have been playing exceptionally well. So it'll be interesting to see how well they go about it. But we talk about their offense. That's been the highlight, how quickly they play. They're actually a phenomenal defensive team. They lead the league in steals and turnovers against because of their pressure and physicality. And when they do that, it leads to quick shots. Then the scores happen.
Tajir McGall, he's played just the 3 games. Derek Rucker, where do you see him having the biggest influence tonight, and can he come off the bench?
Well, if you look at the Cairns Taipans, they don't beat you with their statistics. What they beat you with are the 3 E's: effort, enthusiasm, and of course, energy. And that's what McCall is going to bring tonight. He is probably one of the best athletes in the competition. He'll be a spark plug off the bench case. The only thing is, can he contain his enthusiasm and not hurt them in his return back? But I've got the Taipans winning this game by about 7 points.
We know how good he can be. Tajir McCall, G-League Championship winner in 21, Defensive Player of the Year runner-up in that campaign as well. But it's so exciting to watch. I think a little bit frustrating at times, perhaps, for the coach.
Well, no doubt. And look, the key is right now when he's coming off the bench, hopefully it just gives him a different mindset because he is very turnover prone, and that's the big really knock on to Jim McCall. We know he struggles to shoot the ball as well. And how does Adam Ford balance that? Because if you pull too much back from him, then you don't get his best, which is getting out and being energetic. So it's a fine little juggling act here from Adam Ford with Jim McCall.
Starting five for the Brisbane Bullets, thanks to champion. As you can see, Jason Kadee and Nathan Sobey in the backcourt. That'll get it done. Mitchell, good offensively. Krebs, defensively specialist as well. And Aaron Baines. And for the Taipans, it's Scott Hogue. Wardenberg back from injury as well. Hinder and Bull Qual. They've got a very impressive lineup as well as we get set to go. As you can see, the Nissan Arena, it is brimming at the moment with fans. And it is the Bullets who control the tip with a chance to open scoring here in the Sunshine Stoush. Baines picks up the dribble. It's an option. And it's provided by Krebs, but he's off the mark. Kept alive there by Mitchell. So a second opportunity here for Brisbane. And a hands foul, as you can hear from Michael Aylen. And it's going to be called on Bull Qual.
Doesn't like it, Bull Qual. He's saying he got all ball. Telling Michael Aylen had a quick look towards Adam Ford, and I think he probably realised, look, I'm not probably going to get a coach's challenge in the first 24 seconds.
This is a huge game. I haven't said anything in pregame, but this is huge. This will let us know if Brisbane is for real or not.
Here's Baines firing the three. Nice way to open scoring. Who do you think's going to win then, Corey?
I don't know. You know, Cairns actually have an exceptional record on the road, 4-1. Brisbane, obviously, we all know, lost 5 straight, but have won 3 straight. They have to win this game to show us that they're for real.
Well, no doubt. Look, the Brisbane Bullets, they beat the Hawks twice, and they had so much success just pounding it inside to the big banger who just went to work. It's DJ Hogue. He's just so crafty. He never looks sped up. He's just so smooth the way he goes about it. They were up 16 down in Tasmania before the FIBA break and escaped by 2. And
escaped is the correct word.
Jack McVeigh missed a shot that he makes 9 times out of 10. So, yes, they're on a 3-game winning streak, but how convincing has it been? We'll find out in this one here.
Plenty on the line. As Mitchell explores, it's it outside. Kadee, nowhere to go. Sobey, a good option from deep, and he's short.
There's that defense, though, from the Taipans. Yes, they're going to be jumping and lunging at different things. We have a look at the Amy replay. Sobey kicking it straight back for Aaron Baines. Bull Qual, you've got to close out to that. That's a 40% shooter from outside. You can't stun and get back to somebody else.
He's selective in what he takes from deep, Baines, but he's reliable. Here's Hogue, speaking of reliable, and he puts Cairns on top.
Off the dribble too easy, and it's a hard closeout. You have to pressure him on the perimeter because you know it's lights out if you give him a look.
He's a great matchup because you can slide him down to the 4 so easily if needed.
Chance for Kadee from long range, and he makes it count.
Great playmaking from Nathan Sobey. Good find from Jason Kadee.
Hogue going on with it. Has all 4 points so far.
Man, Tanner Krebs has his hands full. Now, I know they went off that screen right there. He lost them, but he has all 6 points.
Here's Kadee at the other end. User-friendly roll for him.
Nice take by Kadee off the dribble. It's always good to see him getting it going from outside early as well as putting the ball on the deck.
Talk about what import they need to bring in. That 4 spot that can really slide down the 3. Defensive-minded, I think, first, because for this exact reason. When you've got the DJ Hogues, okay, who can we have someone who can really go down and try and shut it down, but can still shoot the rock, can still kind of get their offense when they need. Look at some of the best players in the league. A 4-man pass from Pinder.
Wardenberg opens his account, and Baines just feeling a little second hand after being crunched.
I think he said he's cocked an elbow. So having a look here, Pinder this is where it's going to be a
Nice
matchup. Oh yeah, copped him right
Ooh.
across the nose.
It's a nice crossover. Good pass.
Takes a lot to put down Baines, and definitely copped it. But you heard Adam Ford. He was just talking to Bull Qual about that first play that we highlighted with Baines 3, saying, you were right, you arrived on the catch, but you've got to stay there. Baines is going to shoot that rock, and another turnover. Can't turn it over against this team.
Pogue put on the accelerator. Pinder from close range adds another 2.
I mean, that's just great basketball. Big guys being able to put the ball on the deck and create for others as well as himself.
Here's Kadee. Against Bull Qual into the trap. Mitchell fires unsuccessfully. Shannon Scott with the rebound. Losing confidence here at the moment, the Taipans. On top by 2. Here's Wardenberg, puts it on the deck, charges at them, gets it done, draws a foul on Baines.
And that is how you attack the basket. Great take, coming off a small injury. You got to close out hard. Head fake, one dribble, gets to the rack, takes the hit, and finishes. That was almost a helmet. Anybody else, he'd have probably dunked on him.
This has been impressive from the Taipans. Derek Rucker's got a front row seat.
Well, early on, Case, you see that Taipans enthusiasm. They're up and at it, and they're giving Bullets a lot of problems. Bull Qual has picked up Jason Kadee early, being quite physical. In fact, I think he's gotten away with 3 fouls already. But the Bullets gotta counter right here with some sharp precision offense.
7 unanswered points here in the space of 60 seconds from the Taipans. Has them out by 5 as Kadee shares it. Baines again from outside, knocks down his second 3 of the game.
Answer from Aaron Baines. That's a really good start and a promising sign. But look, Ruck is right. He might be getting away with fouls, but this is the way that Cairns play. They delete from the opening tip. They play so physical. They set a tone that when teams try and flick a switch to try and bring the physicality up, it's obvious to the referees they call a foul.
Oh, man.
Pinder knocks down a 3-ball, just his 4th 3 of the season.
These centers are going at it. Baines have come to play. So has Pinder. We will watch that matchup throughout this one.
And full credit to Keanu Pinder as well. I think if you'd said this time last year that Baines against Pinder was going to be a marquee matchup, you'd be thinking that's a little lopsided.
You would.
But right now,
yeah,
it's not.
Oh yeah, they're balling out early in this one.
Tajir McCall with some early minutes here as well, and so too for Tyler Johnson, whose first shot.
Here's the versatility of this Cairns outfit. DJ Hogue slides down to the 4 now. You've got Scott, Qual, and McCall.
You're getting it done on this occasion. Well done, Baines. That's the rebound.
Well done, Harry Froling there as well. Because Keanu Pinder is so athletic. You've got to have 2 bodies on there if he's going to be anywhere around the basket.
It's a great rim protection. Good dive. Good pass by Froling to Baines. Good weak side help. He did not see Bull Qual sliding over.
Bull Qual is a top 3 defensive player of the year right now. Make no mistake about it. He has had an unbelievable season. He's got 17 steals, 12 blocks now on the year, but it's more you see what Derek Ruck is talking about. He's going to try and disrupt Jason Kadee. Might not show up on the stat sheet, but he does everything so well to make him such a tough defender.
You know what's great about Cairns? They're 2 players that won awards last year.
Got better.
Have improved and gotten better.
Correct.
Credit to the coach as well when you're saying things like that.
That's right. Who is gotten better as well. Coach of the Year candidate.
Are we surprised with all this? And there you go. That's a second foul on Bull Qual. He doesn't like that. So that's Derek Rucker. He said something because he said he's fouled 3 times. Well, he's got 2 whistles now, Ruck.
You're going to have to go on and have a seat.
So Bull Qual has the only 2 fouls for the Taipans, and Aaron Baines with the only foul so far in the game for Brisbane. 2 of 2 from the field, Bull Qual. Made a good start, including knocking down a 3 as Sobey takes on Scott, muscles his way in, stolen away from him. Active hands there from Tajir McCall.
Oh, just super suave with it in the open court.
Out to a 7-point lead here.
Hogue already up to 8. 4 of 5 from the field.
And there's another turnover forced. Just exceptional defense from this Cairns Taipans unit. Quick timeout here. DJ Hogue is balling, but it's defense leading to offense. What we highlighted in the pre-game is on display in the first 5.5 minutes.
4 turnovers already for Brisbane. They have more turnovers than any other team in the competition. Pre-game, we spoke to Adam Ford about the return of Taji McCall.
Yeah, Gaff will find his way back in. You know, we built this team around him, so it's really important. We don't want to rush him back. You know, still monitor him appropriately because he's been out for so long. But the beautiful thing about Taj's game is he just finds a way to play and hoop and get amongst it. And you know, he'll come off the bench to start with, but no doubt he'll get going and it'll be like old times.
Well, McCall, 16.6 boards, 6 assists in 31 minutes last season. He brings a whole lot.
He sure does, and he's a really good player. And again, like Coach Ford said, like he'll find his way. He's going to get minutes, and obviously they're going to watch his minutes due to the injury he's coming back from. But he'll be fine. He's a great team player, and he's all about the team.
Already having an influence in terms of numbers, even though he's played just the 3 games this season, where he's 2nd in the league in steals and 6th in assists, and also averaging 5 rebounds and 8 points. So he certainly brings a lot to the table, as do Latrobe Financial. This season, with thanks to Latrobe, we are giving away a guaranteed $50,000. You can enter at nbl.com.au/legends for your chance to win. Send us a video knocking down a half-court shot and get in and enjoy the fun as well. All thanks to Latrobe Financial. This has been fun so far. Taipans again challenging their opposition.
Yeah, they've done it well with their defense, and it's turned into offense. Obviously, DJ Hogue.
This is interesting. I haven't seen too many teams throw a zone at the Cairns Taipans. They shoot a lot of threes, and you're wondering if maybe this is because Taji McCall was in the lineup, but if you're in a zone, you cannot let TJ Hogue get open all across the baseline.
4 of 6 so far in this first quarter, 8 points.
Brisbane have taken 7 threes in the game. Here's the 8th attempt from their 10-shot attempts. Harrison, offensive rebound, and a man-sized finish.
Scratching his head, showing he got that body.
He's really coming to hand, Harrison, after a slow start with injury. Look what he brings to the table as McCall. Comes up empty, so a 5-point ball game, a little over 3 minutes out from quarter time.
Throws with the coach. Miscommunication on that play.
Corey, that's about, we're having a look at this replay here. This is the putting a lid on it. Harrison, he's been playing really well. That's how you go and finish.
Definitely put it on his head. Talk to me, Hools.
Adam Ford said once these guys find their role within the group and feel 100% comfortable with it and each other, there's nobody in the league who can stop us.
Yo, I agree with you.
I'm spot on with you.
This team is no joke. I believe in this team.
And there was an article earlier in the season about he talking about self-belief that he's trying to instill within, and you can see it just flourishing throughout the entire outfit.
It is so important for a coach to believe in his players all the way to the last player. When he gets in, he supports them, believes in them, and pushes them. It's not easy to get the best out of all of your players, and he's doing that. He's done an exceptional job.
Shannon Scott fires off the mark. Taipans 1 of 6 from long range. As Johnson brings Brisbane back up the floor. They've scored the last bucket inside the last 3 minutes of this opening quarter. Sobey shares it with Froling, who measures the 3. It jumped out of the cylinder.
You know what? Brisbane are getting good looks from the 3. They're just not knocking them down. They're not shooting that bad, 3 of 9, but you hit a couple more threes, you have the lead.
A loose ball scramble here. Cole gets after it, kept it alive athletically. Ho, chance now for Majuk Deng. He gets it from Scott, went back in that direction. Cairns will get it back here. They've got 6 on the shot clock.
Oh, scrappy, but a long offensive rebound. But both teams getting pretty good looks. Shannon Scott, he's 0 of 3 from 3. Had really good looks at it. Nathan Sobey's had a couple.
Let's get to Derek Raka courtside.
Case just sitting behind the Taipans bench at that last timeout. I'm going to make a statement here, Pete and Corey. I think the Taipans 1 through 8 have the best basketball players and athletes in the league.
Well, that's a huge statement. Oh, that might be front page news from you, Ruck. I mean, right now, the way they're playing and the way they play together under Adam Ford's system, if you put this entire outfit, all those roster players under somebody else's style of play, they don't succeed the way that they're doing right now because of what Adam Ford has. What a block from Tajir McCall. That's that team defense.
Oh, got it from Deng, can get back to him, and from close range, Mujuk Deng opens his scoring account.
Hogue is out there making plays happen for himself and his teammates. Great unselfish play.
Taipans by 7. Johnson, step back, off the mark. So he's missed his first 2 attempts. And it's shut down by Deng.
That out of here.
Ben Hare charges forward. Hogue against Harrison. Might like his chances here.
He about to work him.
And shares it around as well. Ball movement to Air at the top of the key. It's off the mark. 1 of 8 from long range, the Taipans. 8 of 11 inside the 3-point line for the Snakes.
And he throws a Yorker at the 7-footer. Here we go. Here's the thing right now. So Cairns are 1 of 9 from 3. They're up 7. You've got to be a little worried that as things start to drop, we've seen them flick a switch in numerous games. There's a game in John Cain Arena against the Phoenix early on in the season. They just piled on the points. I think they had 39 points down in Tassie at one point in a quarter. They can just flick a switch.
Both teams have got 6 players who have taken a 3 in the game. It's been interesting. Derek Rucker, let's come back to you. 1 through 8. This is the most talented basketball team in the competition.
Exactly, Case, and I think I'm adding in the athleticism, the ability to play all positions on the court. Defensively, you saw it right there. They can switch almost all 5 positions. They stretch you out offensively, and they're really, really strong and cohesive. Ben Ayers out there playing, and I don't have him in the first 8, Case. So I just think they're going to be really tough as they get these guys back and they figure out how to play with each other and get some continuity and some rhythm. This is a dangerous team, man.
100%. And the biggest thing you said was they can switch almost everything. And they're so strong defensively. Teams got their hands full.
Nice finish from Rasmus Bark there. He controlled that well. Difficult pass and under pressure, Frolling, as he likes to do.
Doesn't he? He's the king of outlet passes. He's the Kevin Love of the NBL. Anytime he gets a rebound, he just hopes somebody is out either cherry picking or taking off down the lane, and he just hits him in stride. Such a good pass that he'll sit down for it. But look, back to Rucker's point, I think we don't have another team in the league like this, especially like who can come in and everyone's now shooting the 3 ball. Keanu Pinde's hit 4 threes on the season. He's not going to take a lot of them, but if you dare him to shoot, he'll take a couple a game. Mujuk Deng is the backup 5, so they're so interchangeable when they play together. And with that, combined with their athleticism and how quickly they play, they are always going to be in with a chance to win every game.
The pass from Mujuk Deng, too much on it for Antonio. And they keep it alive. Deng in the corner fires, never looked likely. Hogue almost got it back. Mitchell releases the ball now. Johnson. Slow it down for the last play of an entertaining opening quarter. Taipans led by as many as 7 as we go to quarter time. Back on the buzzer, can't get it done. And it is the road team, the Cairns Taipans, who hold sway in the Sunshine Stouch at quarter time. Cairns 20, Brisbane 16. More on a Saturday night here in the Hungry Jacks NBL after this. entertaining start to the game in Brisbane between the Queensland rivals, and the best is still yet to come here at the moment. It's the Cairns Taipans leading by 4, 20-16. They're 4-1 on the road so far this season, the Taipans, and they are letting it fly.
Well, they are. They're taking 10 threes, only hit one so far. That was Keanu Pinder. Probably the most unlikely, besides the Tajima McCall. They're going to continue to let it fly. They don't care how many they've missed. If they're good shots, that's how their play is designed. Play fast, play free.
And on top of it, they're comfortable playing in this arena. They swept the Bullets last season, 4-0.
First time in 15 seasons that they've played against one another. And that has happened. Shannon Scott's been a good big part of this as well. It's got better the longer the season has gone. 57 assists and just 14 turnovers. Best in the league in the assist to turnover ratio.
Just making the right decisions. And coming in, he was supposed to come off the bench. He stepped up and been exceptional in his role now starting with this team, and I'm not changing that.
Well, he's one of the last signings for them. I think everybody was a bit surprised with how well he's been playing. And I think Adam Ford, even before McCall got hurt, was thinking about potentially changing the starting lineup to insert that. As DJ Mitchell, he's been lining it up from outside. He shoots 60% from 3. So they're layup numbers. You've got to close out.
They're going to get that look. They've missed they're 4 of 11 from 3, so clearly they're getting those looks. If they can knock that down at home, which they should, they'll have a good chance to win this game.
Kadee called for the foul, his first personal. And what we're talking about with Shannon Scott just underscores what Derek Ruck is saying about their 1 through 8 best team in the competition. Here's Scott on cue, 3 on the shot clock. McCall, get it out to Waterberg, who fires. He used all of the shot clock.
Can't buy one right now. They're getting some really good looks. 1 of 12 from 3. This was always going to be that one question mark really for Adam Ford's men. If they're not hitting threes and this continues on for an entire game, how do they tick their scoreboard over? What they really do well is lock down defensively, although Jason Kadee puts an end to that and gives the Bullets a quick lead here in the second quarter.
6 unanswered points to start the second quarter, in 90 seconds from Brisbane puts them back on top.
Perimeter shooting, that's the way you're going to have to soften up, attempt to soften up this tough Cairns Taipans defense. Come off a big screen of Aaron Baines, Jason Kadee. Nothing but nylon.
A bit of miscommunication there from Wardenberg and Antonio. You can't be in that drops if Antonio's not going to fight over it.
Pre-game, Derek Rucker was speaking with Brisbane coach James Duncan about the new recruit, who that might be.
I mean, we're looking, we're trying to find the person or a player that's going to fit into our group. Obviously, that's not so easy to find. We're establishing ourselves, we're creating chemistry, so we want to just make sure we just have the right player that comes in that fits our needs as well.
James Duncan obviously keeping his cards close to his chest, but at the moment they're 5 of 12 from long range, 2 of 2 since the start of this second quarter, but 12 of their 18 shots from long range. I guess when you're the best in the competition at 40% from 3, you stick with it until you need to find a plan B.
Well, again, they've been good looks. Nathan Sobey, he's 0 of 3. Besides that, everyone's shooting the lights out. You're going to continue to take them, because as Corey said, that's the way you beat a team that plays as fast as Cairns does. You got to take good shots and you got to knock them down. So I'll be very pleased with the way they've started this second quarter, but really the game overall in terms of shooting. Cairns Taipans, they'll be hoping they just get somebody to open the floodgates.
And the guy right now that Cairns has that can do that is DJ Ho, because he can create off the dribble as well as hit that 3. It's a triple threat and a really good passer.
Shannon Scott with it. Shot clock rolls down now to...
Oh, my goodness.
Fires can't connect. Tyler Johnson gets after the rebound. Chance for Brisbane to build on this.
Able to connect. Nice take off the dribble with the left. And one. Beautiful finger roll off the glass. Kadi is hooping. 4 of 4. 10 points. Nice take off the dribble with the left, high off the glass. Got that friendly bounce. And one.
It's been terrific ever since coming back into the starting lineup. Had Tyler Johnson in there, and they said things weren't working out, so just tried to shake things up. And we've seen that a few times. Doesn't matter who you are, import-wise. If the team needs a different look, they just try and shuffle things around. And Kadi's been really good, and Tyler Johnson is actually the team's leading scorer coming off the point.
And guys, first piece of this chess match, Bull Call from the corner, bang for 3. They needed that bucket big time. But guys, I was going to say, the first move in this chess match has gone to James Duncan. He went to that zone defense, and it totally took the pop out of the Taipans. Now the Taipans got to figure out either they got to knock down some shots or they need to adjust defensively and get Brisbane out of sync.
They find Bark firing the triple. That's off the mark. Shannon Scott the rebound. Chance to run. Brisbane get back quickly. It's Pinder.
It's going to be their key. If they can get stops, they don't need to worry about them setting up the zone.
Oak caught under the hoop there. Couldn't get room for the shot. Baines put a stop to it. Kadi, here's Bark. Oh, he got Bull Qual out of position. And now Baines looking for 3 triples. Can't connect. Pinder the rebound. Took that intelligently as well, just to work it back to a teammate. So Scott, 1 of 4 from deep. Beats Pinder. Pushed into the hoop, is going to draw a foul.
Nice take, good ball handling. Gets an opportunity to go baseline. The defense has to rotate. Finds Pinder, he goes to the line for 2.
Keanu Pinder gets to the free throw line more than any other player for the Taipans. 32 of 45, 71% coming into this game. As we mentioned, leading rebounder in the competition at 10 a game, leading offensive rebounder in the competition as well with 4 ORs.
Really, as soon as the shot goes up, you've got to find wherever he is and just get him as far away from the hoop as possible. Because even if you've got good position underneath, he's just so athletic that he'll just jump up and over you and try and keep the ball alive. And if he doesn't get the offensive board himself, somebody else will come flying in, like Tajir McCall or Bull Qual, to clean up the mess.
They're all coming.
Well, after Brisbane reeled off 9 unanswered points to take the lead, Taipans have hit back to get on level terms. Krebs went on with it, ran into Pinder, who threw it out of there and had some advice for him in the process.
That's why Shannon Scott could play tough defense on ball, because if he gets blown by or the ball handler goes by him, he has a guy like Keanu Pinder, the rim protector.
Pinder, Bull Qual and Deng all with blocks so far in the game. Brisbane with a 0 in that category as Kadi comes up short. Chance for the Taipans to retake the lead. They led by as many as 7 in the opening quarter.
Good hands by Johnson to get that deflection.
Three and a half minutes played in the second. As Pinder retreats to Hogue. Just his last 3 shots. After starting in good fashion.
Oh, nice.
Couldn't finish it, and Pinder's hit the deck hard there. Let's hope he's okay.
Oh, I wish he had that one back. He timed it perfectly. And
Scott wish he had that back.
Just missed a layup.
Wide open.
Oh, look at this. They get to the middle of the key. That's how you break up a zone.
Well, he shook it off pretty quickly, but that was a heavy landing. Keanu Pinder. 7 points, 3 boards in the game already for Pinder. Krebs picks up the dribble. Here's Sobey. Still looking for his first points in the game. Pocket pass. Baines confronted by Pinder. Had to go back and retrieve it, then short-armed the shot. Look at Pinder. Got the rebound and charges up the floor. Wants to challenge them. And a blocking foul is called here on the Brisbane Bullets. Sobey.
Got a little lucky on that one.
8 turnovers in that first quarter from Brisbane. The highest we've seen at quarter time by a team in the NBL this season, and they really need to rein that in. They average 17 a game, which is the most, late in the quarter. And that's inviting trouble.
Low-scoring contest in this one, 25 apiece.
Oh, from close range off glass adds 2. He's into double figures.
And that's the guy right there, whether in a zone or man-to-man. When the game is tight like this and not a lot really happening, give him the ball. He can create and make plays happen.
Sobey penetrates. Mitchell, tough shot, got his own rebound and earns a trip to the free throw line.
Look at the second effort from Keanu Pinder. Every player, anytime they go for a steal or they go for a reach, somebody comes across to help, and instead of giving up on the play, they fight to then help the helper. It's exceptional team defense when they're designed to gamble. They're designed to play fast, that high energy style, when you know you've got the trust of every player on the floor to have your back. If you miss a steal or you miss a block or you miss a coverage, it's going to make you really hard to score against.
So Mitchell to the free throw line. 4 of 7 at 57% coming into this game. Makes the adjustment.
Another one shooting better from 3 than from the free throw line.
See a little bit of full court pressure right now, trying to slow down. And
tied at 27. Oh, they left him alone, got to the foul line. And
bucket. Can't nobody guard him out there, JC. Nobody could guard him.
No one wanted to then. 6 of 10 from the field.
Too easy. Everything he's getting is easy. He just makes it look. Nice head fake.
Baines in traffic, draws contact, and he will go to the free throw line.
Nice take, Bainesy. Looking good so far. He's up to 6 points. He has a chance to bring that to 8. So head fake. Puts it on the deck, gets fouled. Now he goes to the charity stripe. But if you're Brisbane, you would like the pace of this game. The last thing you want to do is get into a
shootout.
A shootout.
And again, that's what they've got to do. That zone was working well. Yes, Cairns were missing shots. The way they continue to be able to set up the zone is scoring themselves, because then you've got to take the ball out. You get a time to go back and set up, whether it's a full court to fall back into a zone. If you turn the ball over or long rebounds, then you're in trouble. Cairns are straight down the other end, one pass, either a layup or an open 3 ball.
So tied at 29. Brisbane have had the better of this second quarter. 13 points to 9. Shannon Scott. That's on Johnson. Call back for Pinder. Firing the 3 unsuccessfully. Mitchell the rebound. Now Sobey. It's away from Bull Quoll. Playing with those 2 fouls. Mitchell. Krebs. Lost his footing. Needs help. Looking for a passing lane.
So well, that was an aggressive fight over the screen from Bull Quoll for a man with 2 fouls. James Duncan put his arms in the air. A lot of contact. But again, because you start the game that way, that's the way he plays.
Yeah.
If you don't do that, and all of a sudden you try and turn it on, then it's become so obvious to the referees, and you get whistled for so many fouls.
A little over 4 minutes out from half-time. Second of our double headers. Joined us a little late. Earlier tonight, the Phoenix got the job done against Melbourne by 15 points, 84 to 69. As McCall spins on Sobey.
It's just so good to see him in the open court with his signature spin move. We haven't seen it in so long. And how explosive he was.
He's looked really composed so far in this one. Again, those are the opportunities where he can be himself. Play free. And you've got a one-on-one opportunity in front of you in transition. He's got 3 steals.
And that's his season average, second best in the competition.
Cash.
Bull Quoll reels off another 3.
Last season, his coming out party, when we knew he was that guy, he hit 8 threes in this gym.
let's not forget, that's a man who, if everybody was healthy for Cairns last season,
He wouldn't even have played.
Wouldn't have played. He was due to not play at all. In the blitz, there was a couple of injuries where he had a bit of time late. Sobey tries to tee one up. That's no good. Here go the Snakes.
Running, the call. Called for the offensive foul as he knocks down Nathan Sobey.
Tell you what, this might get looked at from Adam Ford. Adam Ford was quick to call a timeout. I think he's going to have a challenge. But yeah, ball qual and then got opportunities, but you've got to take it. Did he what?
He sure did. Made history. Rookie of the year.
Now we have got a coach's challenge here on that call.
I'll tell you what, okay, so I think Tajimako, as he went to the bench, kind of looked at him forward and was saying, I'm not so sure. I don't know if you want to challenge it, but
we're about to find out.
Coach is going to ride with his men.
Yeah, Bull Quayle, 64 threes last season at 35% in his Rookie of the Year campaign. Really outstanding, as you say. Wasn't expected to do a whole lot.
Well, that looked like a block to me. Jumped in his way. Let's look from this angle. That's a block.
It's the baseline angle that's going to tell the story. Talk about that finish. It's a block.
The coach's challenge is unsuccessful. The call on the floor is confirmed. We will remain with an offensive foul on 3 orange. We'll restart with the ball from the inbound on foul line extended.
Looked like a block to me.
Unsuccessful.
But I'm never right, please.
There's Adam Ford. Adam Ford, if he can lead rips, he
doesn't agree.
He's saying coach's challenges are phenomenal. We need to keep them in there. We hope we have some more of them.
I just need more than one a game.
Well, that was very similar, if not the exact same thing as what we saw in the game prior with Mitch Creek. And from what I'm reading, once you establish a legal guarding position, you're allowed to move sideways or backwards. You just cannot move forward. So what they're basically saying is, so Nathan Sobey, yes, he might be moving sideways, but his feet are established where he is moving to take it through the chest. So from that letter of the law that you're reading there,
it looked like a block to me down here, fellas. I was right here at the Taipans bench as Tyler Johnson gets a quick putback, and I was almost looking over Coach Kerry Williams' shoulders, and they were convinced that Sobey was moving, but I don't know, Pete. That's a tough call.
Ooh. Hey, I'm reading the rules. I'm reading what I see online on what have been set the rules. That way we can try and understand it. I think players. That's why I never try to take a charge anyway.
No value.
You're going to get hurt.
I think, well, Sobey is reading. He's read where he's going, and yes, he may have been still moving a little.
That's a block.
Keanu pinned it to the free throw line. 8 points already for Pinder, 4 rebounds.
I stayed out of that one because I was that wrong in the first one. I don't think I've got a coaching challenge right so far. We're round 7. I've still got time to come good.
It's a slow burn with Pete Hawley and the coach's challenge. Oh, Sobey was open. They couldn't find a passing lane following. This is Johnson. Just 1 of 5 from the field. Sobey with a shot clock at 5 down low. Here's Froling. Good use of the body. Protected and came up with the goods.
Nice take. Had the mismatch on the block with McCall on him.
33 apiece, 2.5 remaining here in the first half. Hogue from outside is off the mark.
3 of 17 from 3 for the Taipans. They are not shy.
Johnson for Froling. Picks up the dribble. Now for Kadee. Uses Froling, and the extra pass was to no one in particular. Turnover number 9. Well, they had 8 in the first quarter, so to go almost 8 minutes without a turnover is an improvement.
You'll take that.
That's what the Taipans do. They just speed you up a little bit. That was probably an unforced one.
Well, Brisbane have done a good job on the defensive end, holding the Taipans to 33 points.
On the boards too, Corey. 23-13. Brisbane lead the rebound count. Shot clock to 5. Wardenberg picks up the dribble. Worked it to Scott. He's forced to shoot quickly. Whistle on the play as well. Hogue was fouled. He'll go to the free throw line.
Well, they have done a good job for 33 points.
33, man.
Taipans have missed 14 threes, and I think 13 of them have been wide open. So at halftime, Adam Ford would probably go in thinking, look, we're getting some good looks. You just got to trust yourself to knock them down.
The Bullets will be saying the same thing, 5 of 18.
Yep, spot on.
Third personal foul called here on Sobey. So he'll check out of the game. Hasn't had a good night of it so far. None of 4, all 3-point attempts from the field.
So far with 13 points, 6 of 11, only playing double figures.
Well done, Bach, to grab the rebound off the missed free throw. Kadee getting some heat, needed support, got it from Tyler Johnson. 11:90 seconds out from halftime. Just 14 points for Cairns in this quarter. Also provided by Nico Fernandez down on the baseline. The rebound duel, and the foul's going to be called here.
Harry Froling. He's going to send Nicole down to the free throw line because they're in the bonus. This is, again, we talk about versatility. Wardenberg and DJ Hogue playing in the big men.
And Pete, one thing that Brisbane's been doing a good job of in their past 4 games is really holding teams to a low 3-point shooting percentage, and that's been a focal point for the guys, and you can see it's having a good effect against the Taipans. James Duncan is starting to learn some things about the league and making the right calls at the right time.
You spot on, right? I think the switch to the zone was great, and I think it's even better how they switched out of it quickly because they got about 5 or 6 wide open threes they just didn't knock down. So they started to figure out plays that worked. So James Duncan said, look, let's get out of it, let's get back to man. And keeping them on their toes, that's the good way to try and go at this Cairns outfit.
They've done a great job in the last 4 games. Brisbane have allowed just 26% from long range in their last 4 games against Tasmania, the 2 against Illawarra and the Phoenix prior to that. So McCall now with 3 fouls as well. Quite an arm wrestle. James Duncan getting advice there from Brett Vanderjet, assistant coach of the Bullets.
I know exactly what he was saying. Who's guarding DJ Hogue? As just said, Rasmus Bach.
We going to him.
Shannon Scott, 1 of 6 from the field. 4 of them have been long-range attempts. Hogue's been the man, 13 in the game, guarded by Rasmus Bach. Shot clock to 5. Hogue, nice pass. Shannon Scott opens his scoring account.
All you got to do is give him the ball. There's nobody that can guard him one-on-one. He's a willing passer. Let him create. He doesn't need a screen. Help is going to come. You'll get a layup. He's done that at least 4 or 5 times in the first half, and they've converted off of it.
Johnson looks off the D and comes up with the goods.
There's money from the mid-range.
Nice mid-range hit by Johnson.
13.5 points a game. The lowest leading scorer of a team in the league at 13.5.
Bull Qual continues to terrorize from the corners.
He's 3 of 4. You take him away, they're 1 of 14.
He's at all 3 of those triples in this quarter. So Brisbane look for the last play of the first half. We started this quarter with Cairns on top by 4. Is Bach in traffic outside. Froling gets a good look, but it's off the mark. Hogue the rebound, can go from 3-quarter court, but couldn't find a way through the traffic. So halftime arrives, and after leading by 4 at quarter time, Taipans enjoy a 4-point buffer here at the major break as well. 40-36. Bull Qual in the corner getting it done on the Amy replay. And they've got the answers at the moment on the road. The Taipans just holding their opponents at bay, out by as many as 7 in that first quarter. Brisbane got out to a 5-point buffer here in term number 2, but it's the Taipans on top right now as we go courtside to Derek Rucker.
Here with DJ. DJ, good first half from yourself. You guys got off to a hot start. Bullets fought back. What was the reason?
Our defense, a little lackadaisical. Probably just the break. Got to sharpen up. We'll do that in the second half, though.
they went to that zone defense. You were flowing early as we have a little discussion behind us. How did that affect you guys offensively?
Haven't seen it this year. I don't think it affected us too much. Like I said, more so just our defense is what has kept them in the game.
All right, DJ, thanks for talking to us.
DJ Hogue there doing a great job with Derek Rucker. 13 points, 4 boards, couple of assists and a couple of steals. Doing it all. He has helped Cairns to a 4-point lead at halftime. Stay with us here on the Hungry Jacks NBL. A whole lot more coming your way. Welcome back to the Hungry Jacks NBL halftime highlights here at the moment. Been a good game so far. Both teams having the lead in the opening quarter and again in term number 2 as well. Seesawing affair here with a 4-point buffer in favour of the Taipans at the major break, 40-36. And Corey, both teams have had moments here, just haven't been able to string it together for long enough, I don't think.
Yeah, they haven't, but Brisbane would be happy. It's a low-scoring game. Usually Cairns, super athletic, want to get out in the open court. They haven't hit shots, but Brisbane's defense has been tough enough. And they've switched it up from man-to-man to zone, so it's actually slowed it down, and it's in their favor with this low scoring. So they'd be happy.
They'll be happy that they've been able to reduce the turnover count as well, because they had 8 in the first quarter, the Brisbane Bullets, and just 9 here at half-time, with 2 turnovers for the Taipans. But there are the numbers, and the rebound count heavily weighted in Brisbane's favour as well, 24-15. And we've got, at the moment, 7 assists for Shannon Scott. But the way Cairns move the ball, it's entertaining to watch. And as Derek Rucker suggested during the call, that 1 through 8, are they the best team in the competition? Well, let's now ask Derek that question again, because they certainly do a lot of things that make it difficult for their opponents. They're a different look, and they're proactive rather than being reactive. I like it.
They are, Case. They're very physical, and now I fear that I'm going to live with that line for the rest of my life. Nevertheless, the Taipans look good out there, but so do the Bullets. Physically, that is. But they're both having problems with the skill aspects of the game, primarily shooting the basketball. And that's just a byproduct of not having any games for 2 weeks. It is really hard to shoot the ball. You take a couple of days off, and it's hard. It's going to affect your shot. So, look, I expect these guys to settle down at halftime, and both teams, I'm sure they're outstanding players. They'll come out and shoot the ball a lot better. But it's really physical down here, guys. It's warm in the venue, and it's just a really, really tough basketball game, and I hope all the fans at home are enjoying it as much as we are.
D-Ruck, Nathan Sobey, 0-4 in the first half, have yet to score. What do Brisbane need to do more to get him involved?
Well, I think it was more the Cairns Taipans defense. I thought Sobey still did a good job of trying to distribute the ball, make plays. I think he's matured as a player, and he understands that it's not always about scoring the ball. Now, at some point in this game, they're going to need him to put the ball in the bucket, but as you mature and as you become more patient as an offensive player, it works in your favor, Corey.
3 fouls for Sobey to contend with as well at the moment. Tajir McCall has 3 fouls as well for the Taipans. He needs to be careful. Let's dig a little deeper now as we send it over to the analysis centre and Pete Hawley.
Well, we keep talking about all the offense from the Taipans all season long. They play so fast, but it all stems from the defense. I want you to have a look at some of these possessions. This is about to be a turnover from Nathan Sobey. They lead the league in turnovers against. Watch Shannon Scott, Pinder, Wardenberg and Quoll after this turnover. Watch how quickly they turn and run. The turnover occurs. We pause it here. Have a look at the numbers again. All of these numbers are out in front, and you've got 3 Bullets players behind. Good luck stopping a team that's going to turn and sprint in transition like that. Easy bucket for Pinder. But now we talk about their defense, their team defense as a whole. Have a look at this. This is a baseline out of bounds. Shannon Scott's going to contest this. We get here for Nathan Sobey, but look at this. Pinder is in front of Harrison. You see Hogan there in front of Rolling. Deng's watching Jason Kadee. McCall comes across to help Sobey. All of a sudden that happens. Keep an eye on DJ Hogue. He's the last one down the floor, but he's the first one down in transition, and he gets a layup. Defense leading to offense. They do it so well, better than any other team in the league. And just overall, their positioning overall as a defensive unit. Just keep an eye on this entire play. Firstly, the way they try and fight over screens. So Ball Quoll, he's going to switch. He's going to fight over this screen with Tanner Krebs. We pause it here. This is a big man. Keanu Pinder. Bain shoots 40% from 3. He's in the space. DJ Hogue's about to help out as well. So Tanner Krebs comes down, forces a kick out. They get into another on-ball screen. McCall fights over. There's Pinder again. There's Hogue. They force into a tough shot, and here comes the big... This is a 5-man. This is a 5-man. Not too many 5-men in the league can do this. He's going to rip down that rebound, say, no one's going to guard me. Well, I'm off to the races. Draws a blocking foul. They are so fun to watch for this reason. Defense leading to offense. One of the best teams in the league at it.
Very entertaining to watch as well, Pete. Well done in the analysis centre. Nathan Sobey needs a big second half if Brisbane are to get home. It's the Taipans on top, 40-36. We've got more for you on the Hungry Jacks NBL Saturday night doubleheader in just a moment. It's a Saturday night. Hope you're enjoying the Hungry Jacks NBL this season with thanks to Latrobe Financial. We're giving away a guaranteed $50,000. Here's some of the great entries we've received already. Just get a video of yourself hitting a half-court shot and we'll take it from there and go to nbl.com.au/legends to get involved. 50K! All thanks to Latrobe Financial doing a great job for us in their support of the Hungry Jacks NBL. Half-time here at the moment. And Aaron Baines had a little bit to say at half-time. I think he wanted us looking for an explanation from the referees and feeling as though things weren't going his way. Working over Michael Aylan there. Quite animated as well. We're pleased to say that Aaron Baines returned after half-time as he chats with Nico Fernandez there and just making up.
And I think a lot of that was, you heard James Duncan talking about that, the last switch ball, Qual went down and tried to guard Aaron Baines and was very physical in there, and there's a lot of hands, might have been a little bit of a hug. So I think he's just saying, look, when there's a mismatch down low, people are being over physical, trying to set a tone with me, so can you just keep an eye on that? I'll give it 60 seconds. There might be a call against him the right way.
So Cairns with a possession arrow and a 4-point lead for the Snakes as we start the second half here on the Hungry Jacks NBL Saturday night. Of course, New Zealand and Adelaide, Sydney and Illawarra coming tomorrow. And it's Keanu Pinder who opens scoring in the second half.
And that is a beautiful take to the basket. Spin move, left hand finish.
Not too many firemen in the league. Put the ball on the floor like that from the three.
10 points, 4 boards for him now. Sobey overdue, starts the second half nicely.
That's exactly what I was talking to D-Ruck about. Sobey offensively getting involved in this one. They will need him to fire and come up big in this second half for them to win.
Hogue extending with the arm there, called for the offensive foul.
Good take, Tanner Krebs. Maybe replay. Sobey. That's a much needed knockdown.
Much needed.
Probably not the way he drew up. And
that's good defense, though, right? It's the first time DJ Hogue had somebody in front of him to stop him from getting to the basket.
Just putting your body in the line.
So Kadee takes on Bull Qual. Baines provides the screen. 60 seconds played in the third. This is Krebs exploring outside. Sobey off the mark this time. Wardenberg the rebound.
And that, because of that terror screen from Baines, there was a switch with Wardenberg, and Baines, he was trying to stop him. That's why I like to see Baines just sit low. Wardenberg, yes, he's tall, but he's not as strong as Baines. So just to get in front and feed the big fella down low.
8 points for Baines, 5 boards. Played 13.5 minutes in this game. 18.5 for Kadee is the most for Brisbane. DJ Hogue's played 19 and a bit minutes. Here's Wardenberg, good foot movement. Pinder shares it. Scott, spot he like, can't connect though. Baines over the top of Pinder there and kept alive by Sobey. And a chance here for Brisbane to explore, and Sobey wants to go on with it, and down low adds another 2.
Nice take, gotta close out as he just hit the last 3, but you know he is a reliable shooter. Nice take off the glass.
Wardenberg gets an open look and he knocks down the triple.
Now, James Duncan yelling nail that whole possession to DJ Mitchell, saying to get to basically the free throw line, that is where the nail is, to really try and stop that little pocket pass. But then you can see him screaming, get back to the shooter with Wardenberg. You've got to try and do both. You've got to know when the play's really been blown up to get back to your man.
Here's Baines. Hogue working hard against him. Kept it alive, but Baines got it back. Steps back for the triple. It's off the mark. So Baines now 2 of 7 from the field and 2 of 5 from long range as Wardenberg takes them on, draws a foul on Mitchell. His first personal. Free throws to come.
Everybody on this team can shoot the 3 and can take the ball off the dribble to the basket. Makes them such a tough unit to defend.
That's going to be the juggling act we spoke about with Tajima Call coming back, because he's probably the one. Hasn't hit a 3 this season. 0 of 9 or 0 of 10 from the season shooting the ball from 3.
But you know what? He's the only one that can't shoot consistently from 3.
Oh, no doubt.
Which means as a penetrator, it's even better for him because you can't help off those other shooters.
And you've already seen that he's starting to put himself in those positions. When they went to a zone, he's the one flashing into the middle. He's basically playing a big man where he's cutting off the ball. He's not going to just camp on the three because they're not going to respect him.
Right.
So he knows where he can be successful at it.
Sobey against Bull Qual. Now Pinder comes across. Shot clock to 6. Sobey pulls up. It's off the mark.
Pinder just did an exceptional job keeping Sobey in front of him.
Did a great job, didn't he? Wardenberg the rebound. Now Hogue. Here's Pinder under pressure. Down a passing lane to Wardenberg, who earns another trip to the free throw.
And you can hear it just very faintly in the coach's mic. Adam Ford, and it's the littlest things. It's things you might not even see when you're watching the game, whether it's somebody who's in the right spot. He is just so fun. He's all about the positive vibes to his players. You see him there. This is a player's coach, if you've ever seen it. And this is the self-belief that they love to play for Adam Ford, because he celebrates all the little things. He's such a unique coach we have in the league.
You're right, Pete. It's great when your coach has got your back, full stop. But right now, the Taipans are doing a really good job running pick and roll against the Bullets. And the Bullets have been somewhat susceptible throughout the course of this season in their pick and roll defense. So if I'm the Taipans, if I'm Shannon Scott or Bull Qual or DJ Hogue, I'm trying to get those guys in a pick and roll. And you can still run it against the zone also.
This man has had an exceptional rookie campaign with Repair sidelined for a little bit. Wardenberg has got 1.5 hands on the Rookie of the Year.
Equal game high, 7-point lead for the Taipans. As Kadeem misfires, Pinder grabs the rebound. Number 5 for him in that category. This is Hogue against Krebs. Bumps, no whistle in the corner. Scott can't connect. Loose ball.
So that's been called a punch. So Nick Hernandez has said that that's a spoil.
What is that? What does that mean?
We can't punch the ball. You have to punch. You can't use your fist to punch the ball. So I think DJ Hogue's saying that he used his palm and not a punch. Well, he's punched it.
Man, that ain't no call.
That's a rule.
Where?
You can't.
The NBL.
Punch violation?
Yeah.
You serious?
You can't punch the
You
ball.
can't punch the ball.
He just tapped it out.
You know what's funny? You being an Essendon fan, you wouldn't have seen too many spoils. Normally
Okay, here we go.
So that makes sense now, Case.
Low
Makes
blow.
sense now, Case. Because everyone's marking. Let's have another look here. And
I thought he had an open hand.
He's definitely got. It's an
open hand.
You know what? The angle might be that he's got his fingers just bent over and it's in the bottom of his palm.
No hooper punches the ball. You go to kick it maybe, to deflect it. You're not punching. That's not even an act basketball players do.
Even
not on purpose.
Even kicking's a bit of a stretch from an Essendon fan at the moment, isn't it?
There you go.
It's off-season, Pete. Leave it be.
No off-season for the Essendon fan.
Gee, this is coming from a man whose team haven't played finals since I don't know when.
Come on, Case. Jordan Dawson, showdown Case. I remember it.
Don't go.
You and I were sitting here.
Don't go there. Krebs exploring. Nice finish from Tanner Krebs.
Nice left-hand take, and they needed a bucket.
Opens his scoring account, but they're still down 5. Played 4 minutes of the third quarter. Taipans enjoying this for the moment. Wardenberg exchanges passes with McCall. Shot clock to red numbers now. Hogue gets it late. Double team arrives. McCall's 3 is all oxygen.
And those are the ones. Yes, the shot clock's running down. So that's a great defensive possession from the Bullets. The recognition to be able to go and double team, leave to Jim McCall. That's a really strong move from Tanner Krebs as we look at the replay. But if you're to Jim McCall, you've got Wardenberg, the next pass across. That's going to be a quick little screen. Get Wardenberg across there, just hit a 3.
Mitchell aggressive to the hoop as well, drawing a whistle and a trip to the free throw line.
Nice take, good decision. Not settling for that 3. Putting the ball on the deck, and exactly, JC goes to the line for 2.
He's had a quiet night of it by his standards. Just 1 of 3 from the field for his 5 points. Great free throw shooter. He's 4 of 7 at 57%, but we saw him in that game against Sydney back in October, 20 and 10. You know what he can bring on his night.
There's a couple of players in the league who are just lights out when they set their feet from behind the three and just when they get to the free throw line have struggled so far this season. Nothing wrong with those two.
Brisbane 9 of 11 from the free throw line. Cairns 9 of 13. Biggest margin we've seen at any stage. A 7-point lead for Cairns in this quarter and also in the first. Brisbane's biggest lead by 5 in the second. Krebs goes to Kadee. Patient again at the offensive end. As the shot clock rolls to single digits now. Kadee past Scott. Mitchell. Penetration and gets it done and draws a foul.
It's a beautiful take. Going to the basket off the back of Baines. The lane hardened. Got an easy bucket.
It's a really good take because Cairns Taipans had switched Wardenberg and Pinder. Pinder had 2 fouls, Wardenberg yet to foul. So they put Wardenberg on Baines just in case they picked up another one. And in the end, DJ Mitchell caused the 3rd foul on Keanu Pinder.
Hey, you're my 4, you're my 5, you stack the 3. Rub short, you in the block. Yeah, you in the block. I still like the idea of trans, so let's look to get it where we go early on ball, 3 sides. If we bring it back to the middle, you're my short guy in rub short. We good? Come on, don't settle, keep that ball moving. Get it done on defense. We got to start defending without fouling. I know it sounds stupid, right? But we got, hey, we give up the middle drive, someone else, peel off, someone else has got your back. But these soft fouls from behind, killing us. Let's go, lads, come on. Let's go, Tam. Lock in.
Single point the difference here. 4:53 left until 3/4 time. Entertaining affair. And this season, with thanks to MG, we're giving away a brand new MG ZS EV electric car valued at $44,990. Enter now at nbl.com.au/winmg.
In case I need one of those 100% electric because it costs me about 44k just to drive to Chadstone these days with the way the petrol is.
Petrol high, huh?
You got your scooter sorted yet?
Nah.
You might have to throw that down on the podcast, man. Throw it in there and say,
you know, I got the podcast popping. We got a lot to talk about on the next episode.
Scooters.
Episode 2 is out now, up front on all streaming platforms. Man, Nick Menelinos, and the next episode, we will be talking vehicles.
Vehicles. And this one about Ja Morant.
Oh, my goodness.
What a story that is. Check it out. It is fun.
Oh, man. It was the season before last when they lost to Utah in the playoffs. I literally had no idea I was talking to him. Crazy.
That's about that. So they're going to think about challenging this. James Duncan is asking the question. And I'll tell you what, I'm not sure. Do we have a shot clock on the coach's challenge? Because it's taken a long time to figure it out. Just throw him the ball. Let him shoot the free throw.
He is. He says, yeah, I'll roll the dice, says he.
I love the set. I love the opportunity that they looked at it. So Adam Ford said, okay, let's get you down low in the post to Jim McCall. And they got the foul called against Nathan Sobey. And
that's 4.
Well, Sobey doesn't like it, but you heard James Duncan say there's somebody have a look at it. Get the guy with the laptop out.
Talking about people under pressure, the man with the laptop.
Well, when the coach challenge was introduced, remember that a couple of seasons, Indiana faithful on the Hawks bench as we give away burgers here from Jim McCall.
All of Queensland, get involved. Code word is switch thanks to Hungry Jack's free cheeseburgers. He's such a nice guy, Tajir McCall. But it's 48 apiece, and every point's going to count here. 4.5 minutes out from 3/4 time. Shot clock rolling down, but Kadee has got range. Can't hit the target, though. Here's Mitchell.
Shot clock violation. Basket no good. The defense by the Taipans, that possession. But it has been an arm wrestle all game.
7 points is the biggest margin we've had. 5 points is Brisbane's biggest lead, which came in the second quarter. They reeled off 9 points unanswered to start the term. Out of Tight finish looms in the Hungry Jacks NBL. Wardenberg, top of the key. He knocks down the three.
Shannon Scott continues to do the dishes. Assist number 9.
With 0 turnovers.
Good acceleration in traffic there from Krebs. He was shut down, but he goes back to work. Inside pass, finishing touches belong to Tyler Johnson.
It's a great effort by Tyler Johnson, just not to stay still. Keep moving. You never know if you're going to get lucky like he did there.
Good effort from Krebs as well to create after he was shut down. Hogue fires inaccurately.
6 of 26 from the three-point line. Taipans, they're not going to be shy. They're going to continue to shoot.
But this is good, though. We get a chance to really see who they are when the three's not hitting.
Well, Krebs, speaking about threes, he pulls off his first triple of the game.
And you spot on, Corey, because this has been that one question mark that I've had about Cairns all along, is if they do have a game where just everybody is struggling to score the ball from outside, how can they claw out a win? So we're going to see if they manage to do it.
It's Froling. Everyone firing from deep at the moment. Came back to Froling. He edges closer. Johnson to Krebs. Back-to-back triples from Tanner Krebs. And Brisbane enjoy a 5-point lead.
He's just saying, let's go. No timeout. Brisbane are on a roll. He's saying, let's play quicker.
Being challenged here, the Taipan. Lachuk Deng with a turnaround throwdown.
10 assists. No turnovers. Shannon Scott. We got a quarter left. Oh, good block by DJ Hogue.
Excellent defense.
Brisbane thought they had a layup.
Shannon Scott once more beating Hogue. Harrison just lost control. Now has to retrieve the situation.
This is a mismatch. He has to create.
Gets past Harrison to the cup with a finger roll. 15 in the game now. He leads all scorers.
Just keep playing through him. That's a nightmare.
Don't play with your food. Don't play with your food out there. So smooth.
Shot clock to single digits. As Kadee puts it on the deck, feeds Johnson. I thought he travelled. Final referee Nico Fernandez. Froling went back to work. A shot falling down.
Another block from DJ Hogue.
Great rim protection by Hogue.
McCall can explode towards a hoop here. Gets it done. Draws a foul.
Hey, this is defense leading to offense. Exactly what I highlighted on the screen at halftime. So here's Tanner Krebs. This is the second three that he hit to continue the things rolling. And DJ Hogue comes across. We're talking about offensive end, Corey. He's been a beast on the defensive end. He really blocked that in.
Great take off the dribble. Too easy. Hogs with a nice finger roll down the lane. TJ McCall, when he is at his best, it's in the open court. Goes to the charity stripe for three the hard way. Gotta be, look, we loving his energy right now. We are loving the energy.
And Corey, this is a key stretch right here as Ben Air loads up.
My man Ben Air. I told him to sign that man, and they did.
This is the switch. This is what they can do. They've struggled to shoot the three the entire night. Brisbane get out by 6 and no timeout. Let's remember that. Here they go.
Oh, throw that up.
McCall kicks outside. Qual firing.
Down
the three.
Loves the corner. His fourth in the corner.
12 unanswered points from the Cairns Taipans in the blink of an eye. And in less than 2 minutes, they've reeled off 12 unanswered points and now lead by 7.
We don't see this. When Tanner Krebs hit that three ball, it was 56-51. He hit a three ball to really get the momentum. This arena was pumping. There was no timeout called. Instead, Adam Ford said, let's go, let's play quicker. And they've just rattled off 12 points in a blink of an eye. They flick the switch. It's what Cairns do.
Let's go, Hooley. I love it.
This one is so exciting to watch. So many weapons, including this man who set it up early. DJ Hogue had 8 in the opening quarter.
I mean, he's smooth. His game is smooth. He can put the ball on the deck. He can kill you in the open court. He has the mid-range. He can hit the three. He also passes to his teammates. 15 points. You see the numbers. 54% from the field. 5 rebounds. Real solid performance. And we got a quarter left.
Still more to come. And spoke about when the three ball isn't falling for Cairns. What do they do? Well, it did happen against New Zealand when they lost by 4 there. They came up with only 64 points. Hogue had 25 in that game. He just continues to get it done, as does this man, Keanu Pinder. 10 points, 6 rebounds. He's got 3 assists in the game and a block shot as well.
And Case, I was going to point out earlier that that stretch right there with no Sobey and no Kadee was going to be a big moment for Tyler Johnson to run this team and try and guide them into this game now from this 7-point deficit. This is a big minute right here.
I just thought Ruck was about to walk straight onto the court. Did you see that? He just popped out from behind the hoop and he just kept, I thought he was going to walk straight in the middle of the court.
McCall almost at the pass. Charlie Robinson from high five. Yeah.
We see you.
Woo. Great to see him. Nissan Arena. Checking out the Brisbane Bullets. Cairns on top by 7 here. Pinder stole the pass intended for Harrison and hands over to Majuk Deng, who looks for some finishing touches. Not initially. Stayed with it. Harrison may have even helped it in.
This is just an unbelievable
14-0 run.
So
a 14-0 run that quick.
This switch isn't new. This is what they do.
That's crazy. This came out of nowhere.
And that's what they do. When they're just down, you think they're just going to be flat for a little bit, they can just turn it around. I think it was Phoenix. They played the Phoenix in round 2, I believe. Might have been round 3. They were down 14 to 16 points with 8 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Came back and won that game by double digits. Just completely flicked the switch.
I mean, at one point, they went on a 22-0 run against when they played United.
Yep.
22-0 run.
They came from 10 down in the last quarter against the Phoenix in that game you're talking about, Pete. In fact, they were down by 14 against Melbourne in round 4 and found a way to win.
It happens more than once. That's why it's so hard to pinpoint. And look, we're over here Carolina like pork chops. But how can you not love watching the way this team goes about it?
Need some points here, Brisbane. Missed free throws, obviously not helping the equation. Seven of the 10 teams have come from double figures down at some stage this season to win a game. The Cairns have done it 4 times. Bark sits down now. 4 points. A couple of rebounds for Rasmus Bark. 30 seconds on the clock until 3/4 time. It's Cairns on top by 8. Benair with the ball carrying duties. That's Tanner Krebs. Calls for a screen. Bull Quayle works to the foul line. Myers can't connect. Mitchell the rebound for Kadee. Dangerous in this situation. It's Johnson who works inside the 3-point line. Can't connect. That is all. And 3/4 time arrives and the Taipans enjoy an 8-point lead after leading by 4 at quarter time and half time. It's Cairns 65, Brisbane 57 with 1 to play. Stay with us here on the Hungry Jacks NBL. it's been an entertaining night at Nissan Arena between the Queensland rivals, the Brisbane Bullets, and the Cairns Taipans. With Cairns leading at every break by 4 at quarter time, by 4 at the half, and with 1 quarter to play, it's an 8-point margin in favour of the Taipans, who swept Brisbane 4-0 last season for the first time. Big crowd in the house. The big finish coming.
Let me paint a picture of that last couple of minutes, that third quarter. 3 minutes 50 to go. Brisbane rattled off 8 unanswered points, including back-to-back threes from Tanner Krebs. Momentum was flying with 2 minutes 53 to go. Instead of a timeout, Adam Ford tried to speed his team up. They did that. They had a dunk from Majuk Deng on that little backdoor play, and then they rattled off 14-1 points in the last 2 minutes and 45 seconds to lead at three-quarter time.
That's why they're so entertaining to watch, and you've got to love that coaching as well. D restarts. Sobey on the bench starting this last quarter, and it's Tyler Johnson who comes up with an important bucket to get us started in the fourth. Now they need some good D, and Krebs provides that. His Pinder working on Harrison, likes his chances, shows him the rock, works around him, can't finish it. Ball knocked down out of court.
Really lucky to get away with the carry there, Keanu Pinder, but that's another part of his game. He goes back to the basket just to try and clear out the defense. Then he takes a backwards dribble to turn into basically a point guard. Put the ball on the floor, face up, try and get around the big fella.
Hogue, Scott, Wardenberg all start this last quarter on the bench. The fans have had great entertainment here in this one. It's Pinder. Oh my! Look to posterize Tyrell Harrison.
Anyhow, this would have went. What you think, Holes?
I think it's great effort from Harrison, firstly. But the word audacious comes to mind. Adam Ford just saying, jump a bit higher, mate.
That would have been crazy.
Anytime.
That could have, had that went.
Well,
let's have the talk. He's shooting free throws.
I'll tell you what.
Had that went. Yep. Are we moving Xavier Cooks to number 2?
Oh.
Stop it, Corey. Stop.
I'm like, why do I hear Derek Rucker?
Thankfully, we'll never know. Because I don't want to have to choose if that happened.
But Corey, while I've got you there, Corey.
Talk to me.
Bull Quall, who we highlighted early in the game, is having a great impact both sides of the court. Check this out. He is a plus 21 in this game, Corey.
Wow.
I know you don't love that stat, but
I hate the plus and minus. But it sounds good today with this conversation. I'm okay with it today.
This Krebs off the mark. Majuk Deng with the rebound. Puts it on the deck. Feeds Ben Air. Pinder. It's over. Bukwal. 4 threes tonight for the first time this season. I don't think we've seen the last of him. Here's Pinder getting it done. That's waved away. No continuation.
Second effort there. Unfortunately, he's not going to get the continuation. But Bukwal, he's been tremendous. There is a reason he's plus 21. This is really good awareness. Good pass from Deng. We so often see someone try to throw that lob pass. It's not high enough. Let the big fella go and get it. But this is why I have Bukwal as a strong defensive player of the year candidate. I think he's up there with Xavier Cooks,
Justin Simon.
Justin, both of them, they lead. But Derek Pardon, another one, hello. The New Zealand Breakers are the best defensive team in the competition.
Derek Pardon is no joke.
Derek Pardon is their focal point.
Of course, the Breakers against Adelaide scheduled for tomorrow. And Sydney and Illawarra as well. That's got good game written all over it as Johnson knocks down the 3 ball, his first triple of the night. He's into double figures, has 11. No one has more for Brisbane. But 4 players have more for the Taipans.
Fans getting it done by committee, as usual.
Majuk Deng shut down by Mitchell. Ben Air went at them and came up empty. Mitchell charging forward, wants to take them all on against DJ Hogue. He gets it done.
Mitchell getting it done at both ends. Keeping Ben Air in front of him, contesting the shot. blocks it. He's up to 12 and 7 and takes it to the other end and gets a layup. 5-point deficit for Brisbane.
Well done from Sobey to throw it down, and now we've got 7 unanswered points from the Brisbane Bullets, who close to within 3.
Oh, big
Taste
game.
of their own medicine.
Big game.
Again, no timeout.
Love it. Play through it. Play through the adversity.
Chukdang with a 3. It's off the mark. Haynes grabs the rebound. Fans getting excited in Brisbane as the home team charges back into the equation. Kadee beats Sobey. He's off the mark with the 3.
I like the fact that Coach Ford did not call a timeout.
Well, if that 3 went down, I think he would have called one.
Oh, nice take.
Ball movement to Quoll. And a travelling violation that's got the excitement levels of James Duncan going up.
James Duncan showing that footwork.
We get a heart rate monitor on James Duncan.
We got to show James Duncan. He was going crazy over there.
He's got every reason to be. His team have really fought their way back into a 3-point ball game. We've got more for you. Don't go away. Ebbs and flows of this game. Been outstanding. Both teams have had their moments. In fact, both teams have led in the first 3 quarters. And here we are with 6:49 on the clock. And Brisbane are threatening to take the lead here, having scored the last 7 points.
Well, it has been a good little fight back from the Brisbane Bullets. Probably in the end a good timeout from Adam Ford. You roll the dice a couple of times. Now let's say, okay, let's just pull it back in. This is going to be a grind for these last few minutes.
From Nissan Arena, we've got a ball game. 69-66, Cairns lead it. The Trove Financial of giving away 50K if someone can hit a half-court shot. That wasn't far away.
Well, hang on. We're not oohing for an air ball, are we? You got to hit the rim to get a ooh.
Yeah, I think you got to hit make some sort of contact.
But this is a bit of the taste of their own medicine for the Taipans. They've turned over a couple of times, missed some shots, and the Brisbane Bullets have just run it back down their throat. That's what the Sydney Kings did really well against Cairns last time they played.
Well, the pass from Baines is knocked down. Well done by Bull Quoll once more. A chance for the Taipans to expand a 3-point buffer. Shannon Scott back on the floor. 10 assists to his name. Wartenberg taking on Mitchell. Forced into a tough shot. Couldn't get it done. Now Johnson quickly up the other way and is called for the offensive foul.
Tell you what, it looked like he went down potentially before the contact. So Tyler Johnson saying he wants to review this. He's saying there's no contact. It looked like there was a moment he went down early. So we're going to have a look at this. He definitely got to the spot. I'm wondering if he tried to anticipate it a bit too much.
A coach's challenge it is. We saw Adam Ford challenge a call on Tajir McCall back in the 2nd quarter that was unsuccessful. And the men in green don't lose too many of these coaches' challenges.
I don't remember all the coaches' challenges. We only see a couple of angles. This angle, that's the one that's not going to tell.
He didn't even touch him.
I don't think he did.
He didn't touch him.
There was slight contact there, but I don't think there's enough.
Upon review, the coach's challenge is unsuccessful. The call on the floor is confirmed. We'll remain with an offensive foul on blue 8. The ball will come in from the baseline.
Oh my goodness.
Well, you got to remember,
didn't even touch him, man.
Well, we get 2 angles, and the replay center gets about 8. So maybe they've got one from behind the backboard that they're looking at, can zoom right in. We don't get to zoom in, do any of that. So the replay centers get a lot more angles than we do.
I like it. The coaches get it, throw at the stumps, and with a chance to overturn a decision. But a lot of the time, the referees get it right. So, a little over 6 minutes to play. Cairns leading by 3. But momentum with Brisbane, who have scored the last 7. Here's Bull Quoll. He ran into traffic. He's called for the offensive foul as Baines goes down.
And that is exactly why coach is on the sideline telling TJ to get on the ball, put pressure on Bull Quoll so he can penetrate. He has help behind him. Big fella steps in, takes the charge. Brisbane ball.
4 fouls on Bull Quoll now. Already McCall sitting with 4 fouls. And Sobey playing with 4 fouls.
One possession game. Can Brisbane at home take advantage of this game right now? It's anyone's game right now.
Well, they've scored the last 7. Kadee. Long pass for Baines, not quite sure where that was intended because it's come unstuck, and now Pender is fouled by Johnson, who's going to pick up his 3rd personal.
Nico Fernandez, he was in there quick.
Fernandez is everywhere.
Nico Fernandez just quietly has the Jets. And look how far back Nico Fernandez is, and look at this, look at the turn of foot.
So that's 14 fouls on Brisbane in this quarter as well. Taipans have committed just 1.
You've already warned them. Sorry.
So Keanu Pender to the free throw line. 5 of 6 so far in the game. 71% on the season. Putting together good numbers. He averages 17 points, 10 rebounds. Top 10 in both categories.
He's been exceptional in this one from the free throw line. 7 of 8. Reliable free throw shooter.
Yep.
Get you some easy points.
14 points, 6 boards, 3 assists in this game. So steadies the ship for the Taipans. Out to 5. Baines has been good from deep. This time can't connect. And that's 8 shots now for Baines. 6 3-point attempts. Wardenberg looks inside. Pender gets it done, draws a foul.
Beautiful dive and good find. We've seen them in this game a lot do really connecting on the high-low. Good pass. Wardenberg finds a diving Pender, and he goes to the line, finishes with the left.
And if that doesn't get past the counter Pender, you see DJ Hogue replace into the spot for a wide-open 3-ball. Everyone just moves for each other. They've got 20 assists on 26 made field goals. 20 assists to 6 turnovers.
Twice as many assists.
Oh, wow, there's just a breakdown. Concentration, and Adam Ford. And you know why he's laughing? Because you run that, there's a free throw play you run for an offensive rebound that you run. If you run 100 times, you might get once. And that's why he's laughing.
Good take by Tyler Johnson, breaking the defense down. Going in to get a layup.
Margin back to 7. Inside 5 minutes to play. Pender puts the shoulder into Baines, came up empty, and now Mitchell. For Johnson, who's starting to build here. Against Wardenberg, needs help. Sobey with it.
I would like to see Brisbane McCall gets an easy old board. Aaron Baines forgets to box out.
Oh, he's done a little pirouette. He's done a little pirouette there.
Here's what I'd like to see Brisbane do. In this game, they have not established the big fella inside, not once, not even twice. Baines the biggest guy on the court. He's not even getting post touches or even deep seal catches. That's why he's settling for those threes.
Johnson firing unsuccessfully.
And look, that's what's confused, I think, a lot of people throughout this season. The 2 times they did it was against the Illawarra Hawks, and Baines had 50 and 40.
Yeah, you're right, Pete. I agree with what you guys are saying. And the other thing it does, guys, is it limits the hits that you're taking defensively. Look, Cairns are on target to get 90 points, and by going inside the Baines, you're forcing your players to move the ball and probe and get that ball into Aaron.
I mean, also put pressure on the offense, the defense. How many fouls does Pender have?
He's got
1? Well, he has 4.
He's 4. Now he's got 4.
I haven't seen them put enough pressure on the defense from that position who's guarding Baines.
Here's Mitchell firing the triple. 15 in the game now for Mitchell, and only Pinder with 16 has more in the game.
That's a 60% three-point shooter. There's money.
They find Scott in the corner. His three ball is short. Sobey contested well against the taller Wardenberg. Brisbane with another chance to eat into this lead. Kadeem Mitchell going again in the corner. Back-to-back triples from TJ Mitchell to 1-point game.
He's lights out. Yeah, he's ball. He is lights out beyond the arc. 18 points.
18 points. 3 of 4 from the three.
Shannon Scott shooting the ball is just having one of those games. Well, here's another one. 3 for $1. Shannon Scott, 1 of 12. And he's probably had 11 really good looks.
But honestly, right there, yeah, DJ Mitchell hit the last 2, but he could have got a layup. 2-on-1.
Oh, you've got to run for the three ball. For the momentum, for the backbreaker.
There's McCall dancing into the paint, can't get it done. Baines the rebound. Brisbane with a chance to retake the lead. Sobey fouled by McCall, so he is out of the game. That is all for Tajir McCall.
Jay Mitchell.
It's been terrific in his fourth quarter.
2 tough hits. Brings the deficit to 1.
McCall fouls out for the second time this season. He's only played the 4 games. Less than 3 minutes to play. And we have got a 1-point ball game. And if that's not good enough for you, how about a trip to meet the Shack in the US, thanks to Reebok? As you can see, great competition being run here. I'll meet Shack. Chance to win a trip of a lifetime to the USA. You and a mate, flights, accommodation, spending money, it's all included. Enter now. You'd be crazy not to.
You'd be crazy not to. Hang out with Shaq in America.
Oh, boy, that's so tough. So, this has happened a bit so far this season. We're in the clutch. Under 3 minutes to go. Tyler Harrison, who's been terrific this season, he's subbed in. Aaron Baines sits down in the clutch. It's happened a lot. It's been a question mark that a lot of people have asked what's going on. But DJ Mitchell right now, he obviously deserves to be out there. He's been terrific. Baines is just running out of gas. Like the majority of his fourth quarter. Shane Pinder saw a matchup that he liked, went at it.
The last time he saw a matchup he liked and went at it, Baines shut him down. Picked up a big board as well, Aaron Baines, in the last play phase. But right now, Brisbane are down 4, 2.5 to play. Bull Qual is going to be called for the foul. He's out of the game.
Oh, that's huge. That is a really, really bad foul from Bull Qual. He has set the tone defensively.
Fouls out for the first time this season, Bull Qual. Fouled out 3 times last season, including once in Brisbane.
Hey, great job. Okay, good job. Head up. Finish your start. Finish your start.
Great coaching.
Love that. He'd be so flat right now, Bull Qual. Just to try and send him out with a positive, help him check back in for the last 2.5 minutes as a good teammate from the bench.
So that was the 4th team foul on Cairns. Here's Sobey. Works to the elbow, fires, can't connect. Loose ball, Wardenberg gets after it.
A tough night. Sobey, 3 of 12. He's 1 of 9 from 3.
Cairns lead by 4. A little over 2 minutes from the final here. And Pinder has been outstanding now with 21 points in the game.
Just great 2-man action. Pinder and Hogue.
He's got 11 points in this last quarter, Keanu Pinder, out of the 25 his team have come up with. As Johnson draws a foul, John Wardenberg.
There's just no matchups out there for him that's really giving them trouble with their offense. If Scott doesn't have the ball, who's a legitimate threat for feeding his team, just give the ball to Hogue, who can create, period. He's a creator at that position. So tough, easy find as you see Baines back in the game, but easy find underneath Pinder, who's now 6 of 9 with 21 points.
Make no mistake, Keanu Pinder is the leading contender for the most improved player once again. Won it last year because he went from a player who was nearly out of the league with his season in Adelaide, struggled to find his identity in the league, to most improved player when he flourished under Adam Ford in Cairns, to an MVP candidate. It is well and truly possible.
MVP candidate.
It is well and truly possible for him to win this award once again.
His scoring is up 50%. He's averaged 8 boards last year, up to 10 this year, best in the competition. Trajectory is exciting. Taipans by 4. Brisbane desperate for a stop here. A little over 90 seconds out from the finish. Hogue takes it at them and gets it done.
There's nobody that can guard DJ Hogue. Not a soul out there.
He knows it.
Big guy on him, he taking you off the dribble. Small guy on him, he's taking him off the dribble.
Well, that's exciting to watch. DJ Hogue now with 17 points, 8 boards and 4 assists, 3 blocks, 2 steals. He has done it all, and he's missed all 4 3-point attempts. 8 of 10 from the field inside the 3-point line.
It took him a little bit to find his feet, a couple games, and ever since he's done that, he's been a force to be reckoned with.
Season high of 27 for DJ Hogue. Against the Kings, reaching in from behind with a low percentage play. He's picked up his 2nd foul here. So free throws to come here for Brisbane.
Everyone's asking. Adam Ford was asking before. He's shooting afterwards. Calm down on that one.
Brisbane are right there, but
they've been right there all game.
Just on the defensive end, with this Taipans lineup, there's nobody to keep DJ Hogue in check. Nobody. He's doing whatever he wants. And it's a 2-possession game.
They're right there. Been around the mark.
Well, they've had the lead in the first, second and third quarters, Brisbane. Close to within 1 here in this last quarter inside the last 4 minutes. But they've got some work to do. And again, Hogue isolated against Krebs. Brisbane over the limit in terms of fouls. Hogue looks inside Majuk Deng from close range. Worried out of the points.
It's good cut, good find, but leaves the door ajar for the Bullets.
Krebs, it's been good. This time puts it on the deck for the penetration. Finger roll, couldn't get it over the front of the rim. Quick outlet pass for Hogue to go to work. And he's fouled by Kadee. Free throws to come.
We've got to give some love. I mean, I know Shannon Scott has struggled to shoot the ball, but he's got the 10 assists to no turnovers. Only one Cairns player ever has done that, and it was 2007. Luke Martin, 10 assists and no turnovers. It is tough to do when you're a point guard to have the ball in your hands that much, to not only get that many assists, to find everybody in the right time, but to not turn the ball over. We saw it last game. Gary Brown had 1.
To go with 11 assists. Taipans with just 6 turnovers as a team.
Very impressive.
It is. Brisbane likewise. They had 8 in the first quarter, so only 6 since then. They've really tightened up as well. DJ Hogue continues to add to his tally. So 20 points, 8 boards now. DJ Hogue. As Mitchell has been good. He's fouled taking the 3. Juk Deng doesn't like the call, but it's going to be his first personal.
Tell you what, that's why no need to challenge anything. You want to keep it.
We got to move on. Juk, we got to move on. We got to move on. I'm on your side. Good job. I'm on your side.
He's saying there's a flop here. Adam Ford, but he said, who cares? We've got to move on to the next possession.
Run short, DJ. Run short, DJ.
Well, he's right, Adam Ford. Up 8 here, 43 seconds to play.
Warm the bus up. Let's get out. Let's get out of here. That's all we need to do. Warm the bus up. Let's get out of here. Let's just move forward to the next one.
They haven't got the plane like Jalen Adams had for Sydney and Adelaide.
No.
We remember.
That was a game. That was a game, JC.
That was Adelaide, wasn't it?
Yeah.
On Besto.
Yep.
So Cairns up 5 with possession. Still some work to do. And they're going to foul. So Mitchell obliges there with his second person to send Cairns to the free throw line.
Pinder, 8 of 10.
Pinder, yeah, 8 of 10.
71% on the year.
21 points, 8 rebounds for Pinder, 4 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 block.
Had 26 and 10 against Melbourne. Had 18 and 15 against Perth. 19 and 8 against the Phoenix. 18 and 11 last game against Melbourne.
It's been an incredible story. Wow. And it continues to be written.
Yeah. Best still yet to come. Asia Cup gold medalist.
Well, that's just a big, big mental lapse again on the free throw line. He misses one, and they've encroached on the line. He's going to get another one.
Some self-inflicted wounds here for Brisbane, who came in riding a 3-game winning streak. And they've had their chances in this game. Led by 5 in both the second and third quarters. From that 14-0 explosion at the end of the third from Cairns, just from where they wanted to be. But having said all that, credit to the Cairns Taipans.
Credit to the Taipans.
To move to 6-3 on the season and 5-1 on the road.
They're finding a way. They did not shoot the 3-ball well today, but they hit it at the right time, and they got those stops at the right time.
Well, we asked the question, if they're not going to shoot the 3 well, can they claw out a win? And they've done that.
Happy to move the ball. Let's milk the clock here. Juk Deng. Shot clock to 5. Ho is going to launch the long range 3 and caught it deep. They'll get the long rebound and reaching in. Johnson's going to be called for the foul, his 4th. So they'll be disappointed with this, Brisbane, but they did a lot of things well.
Well, they did. You go back and look at exactly that. I think that's been the story of the whole season so far. Even when they look like they started to turn a corner, they still show patches where they're brilliant, and that's what we kind of expected in the preseason. They still haven't got back to that form that we saw in the Blitz, and even prior to that in the 2 games against Melbourne United, where it looked like a different style of play. But they're still, I think, gradually building it. Their next import piece is going to be big time, I think, to see them really lock in.
Johnson forward for Brisbane, down 8. Gets to the cup, adds another 2 to his tally. So 17 now for him, and 9 boards, 4 assists. And they're going to foul once more. Mitchell against Pinder. All academic. Less than 7 seconds to play.
So he had a forward saying, "Want points?" Haven't listened to him there talking to Shannon Scott. Shannon Scott saying, "Why don't we dribble it out?" Adam Ford saying, "I'll tell you how I missed the finals on a points percentage. Every point matters." Another big win from these Snakes. Pinder puts a lid on it.
And they're up 8. Kadee for Baines. And over the halfway line, but that is all. The Sunshine Stoush and Queensland bragging rights belong to the Cairns Taipans. They have defeated Brisbane here by 8 points. It's Cairns 90, Brisbane 82.
So fun to watch. They flicked that switch just for a couple of minutes and basically just got that momentum back and hung on to it enough in the end. Some big contributors there, just such a fun team to watch. Brisbane, I think they had a lot of good patches, just not enough in the big moments, and in the end, that's what really hurt them. DJ Ho, Corey, he was fantastic. No surprise, he's our Foot Locker player of the game. 20 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, had a couple of steals, had 3 blocks, did absolutely everything.
I mean, he did not get out of second gear. They had nobody to guard him, and when they did, he passed the ball and created for others and got his teammates easy opportunities to score. It's a great team effort.
Well, they're impressive to watch, the Cairns Taipans, and they lift their tally now to 6-3, 3rd on the ladder, trailing the Sydney Kings and, of course, the New Zealand Breakers ahead of them on the ladder with a 7-3 record for New Zealand and 7-2 for Sydney. Sydney in action tomorrow against Illawarra, New Zealand. Hosting Adelaide is the plan for the rest of round 7. Well done to the Taipans. They win by 8 in Brisbane. We'll be back to wrap it up right after this. Welcome back to Saturday Night Hungry Jacks NBL. DJ Hogue, our Footlocker player of the game, finishing with 20 points. Set the tone early with 8 in the opening quarter. And he just had his way with him, Corey.
I mean, he did not get out of second gear, but he's an exceptional talent. Can create off the dribble, as I said, all game, and he can create for others as well. Great win on the road. They go to 5-1, Peter Hooley.
Look, they're title contenders, there's no doubt about it. I mean, it's stating the obvious, but the way they play, they give themselves a chance to win every single game. How they just get Jim McCall to really fit into this group is going to be the key to their success. But I'm excited to see how far this Cairns Taipans team can go. They shot so poorly from 3 tonight, so you expect them not to shoot like that too often, which if they get to a semi-final and grand final series, you're going to back them more often than not.
Well, they beat Tasmania in Tassie by 20. They've beaten the Phoenix at their home. They've beaten Melbourne at their home. They've beaten the Kings in Sydney.
They're for real. This team is for real.
Self-belief and the way they play, they are 100% for real, and they're going to be so fun to watch. Credit to Adam Ford. And the sky's the limit for this young Taipans outfit.
Yep, they've been impressive, certainly. And again, Keanu Pinder, 25 points, 8 rebounds, and he had 15 of his 25 in the last quarter when the game was on the line and Brisbane get back to within 1, and it was Pinder who closed it out.
It's almost like what MVPs do, Case. That's what it sounds like.
That's exactly what it is, what MVPs do. Potential MVPs. 12 or 14 from the free throw line, making free throws down the stretch, keeping the Bullets at bay, and they finished them off.
They beat them by 8. Round 7 continues tomorrow. The New Zealand Breakers hosting the Adelaide 36ers. Both teams coming up with good wins earlier here in round 7, and that's followed by Sydney against Illawarra, which is coming your way. That game there 2 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be a good one because the Adelaide 36ers are starting to get their mojo back. And then Sydney against Illawarra, which is always entertaining. Always entertaining.
There'll be fireworks in that one. Don't worry about first versus last. This one always delivers.
Trust you've enjoyed our coverage here tonight. It's certainly been a good night for the Cairns Taipans, who win again in Brisbane, and a little earlier we saw the Phoenix defeat Melbourne. We'll see you again soon here on the Hungry Jacks NBL.
This program is brought to you by Hungry Jacks and Bunnings Warehouse.
Okay, this should, I think, be camera left.